Get back! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about 5 key things that you need to know about pepper spray. So the first thing you need to know is the effects of pepper spray and how it works. The main thing in pepper spray that causes any of these things that it happens to the human body is called Oleoresin Capsicum, which is the part of the pepper that makes it hot and causes inflammation when it comes in contact with any kind of skin. So it causes 3 things. First, just like I said, it'll cause burning when it comes in contact with your skin or your mucus in your nose or in your eyes or anything like that. The second thing is it will cause involuntary eye closure, and that will cause your eyes to slam shut and won't allow you to open your eyes because it feels like there's a bunch of sand in your eye. And the third thing it's going to do is if you spray it and it bounces off somebody, or you've got an aerosol, which is a fog canister, it'll get up in the air naturally and it'll just kind of hang there for 45 minutes or so. And anybody that walks into the affected area, it might not get on their skin or in their eye, but if they breathe it in, it'll cause discomfort in your throat. It'll make you cough a lot, and it'll just make breathing harder to do. Second key point you should know about pepper spray is the pepper measurement that they put on a canister, and there's all kinds of different ones out there. Scoville heat units is a popular one. That I don't really think applies to how hot pepper spray actually is. Scoville heat units is from a guy last name Scoville, and he developed a test where you have a panel of people that taste peppers and then they give it a rating, and then that's where they get the rating from. So I don't think that really applies to a canister of pepper spray, because you're not spraying it in your mouth, you're spraying it on a person. And then another popular one is the OC%, and OC would stand for Oleoresin Capsicum. I don't think that accurately tells you how hot something is going to be in a canister, because that's the percentage that I think they use on like the huge vat of pepper spray before they put it in the canister, but that's not the actual measurement of how much Oleoresin Capsicum is actually in the canister itself. So the only accurate one that I know of is the MC%, which is the major capsaicinoids, and that measures how much capsaicinoids are actually in the canister that you've bought. There's all kinds of range of percentages. It's usually from 0.2% to 1.33%, or with bear spray, it would be even 3%, which is really, really hot. Generally speaking, you want something that's 1% to 2% major capsaicinoids. The third key point that you need to know about pepper spray is the types of canisters that are out there. So first off, there's the top for a canister, and that's how you can deploy it. You can spray it. It generally comes out like a squirt gun-ish. So there's going to be a stream that comes out like a squirt gun. Fog has an open hole like this, whereas stream has a closed hole like this. Foam has an open hole like this, similar to fog, and when you spray foam, it's going to come out like shaving cream almost in clumps. The advantage to that is when it gets on someone, it doesn't get up in the air as much, so people don't have to cough. Good for use in closed spaces where there's people. Fog, when it comes out of the canister, it comes out more in a cone. So you might have heard cone or fog, but they're the same thing. And the big difference between that and stream is when it comes out and aerolizes itself. So more of it will get up in the air than if you were shooting it with stream. And then with the tops, you've got a cop top, which is the most popular and the only one I would suggest, which is a flip top that has a spring on it. And you can get your finger in there and push it down, and then you can spray it. And there's 2 different types of ways to hold a canister, like this, like you're going to punch somebody and then you flip your thumb in there. Or I've seen people do it this way, where you hold it like this and you use your finger. When you use your finger, you can be a little bit more accurate, but my suggestion would be this way, because you can fight with it and spray somebody at the same time. Other small canisters like this, still they have a flip top, but if you have long nails, that might not work. So you might need something more like this one here. Instead of it being a flip top, it's a twist, and then you pull it down like this, so it unlocks. Now, the unfortunate thing about this is if this is in your pocket and it unlocks, you might spray your pocket full of pepper spray. That might suck. I've also seen ones where it's kind of similar to this, but you have to twist it to pull it down. Those might be a little bit better, but generally speaking, I would always suggest the cop top. Fourth key point to know about pepper spray is ways to carry pepper spray. So there is a lot of different ways to carry pepper spray. The most popular and my personal suggestion is always in a holster of some sort that you can access quickly. See how easy that was for me to access that? And that's just in a pouch right here on my belt. Now, of course, if you don't have the luxury of wearing it on a pouch on your belt, the second best thing is something with a little clip like this or like this, where you can fit it in a pocket and you can clip it so that it's always in the pocket in the same position. So that way when you go to pull it out, you can easily get to that flip top and spray it on the subject or attacker or whatever's going on. Now, if you have something like this, well, this doesn't have a clip on it, so you just have to kind of loosely let it sit in your pocket. I would never suggest that, but having it is better than not having it generally. Also, there's ones where you can have that on a keychain. Keychains I wouldn't suggest because, again, it's going to be just like this. It's going to be floating around in your purse. You won't really know where it's at. And when you're under stress, you're just going to be rummaging around trying to find it. You might not even get access to it when you need it. And that's why having something with a clip or in a pouch is going to be your best bet. So now the last key point here is how to use pepper sprays. When you're spraying somebody, you want to spray them right across the eyes. If you have cone or stream, you want to try to hit right on the eyebrows. That's your target. Now, if you're using foam, you want to use a circle motion and get it all over the face. It takes 30 seconds-ish for it to take effect. So you might have to keep fighting the person until they finally can't see you anymore because their eyes are slammed shut. There's people out there that eat spicy foods and they might be used to it, so it might not have any effect, or it might have a very little effect versus a normal person. So those are things to consider with pepper spray. You want to use pepper spray when you feel like your life is in danger and you need to stop somebody from causing bodily harm. You don't want to just walk up to somebody and spray them. That's assault. Hey guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and if you made it this far, give yourself a high five.